Hi, welcome back to hostboxcse channel. And today I am starting a new series, the topic called subject called artificial intelligence. Today we are going to see the introduction to artificial intelligence and learn with some real-time example. So today the world moves toward the technology and technology growing day by day with the help of computers only. Without nothing is possible in the world. As of you, if you are a student of our take a stream of or branch of computers and engineering, you should be know about this subject artificial intelligence, because today more than 2.3 millions of jobs created by the companies IT industries with the help of AI only. Let's go for session today. So here, can machines think like human? The question is, can machines think like a human? Is it possible? For finding the solution for this question is what means, that is the answer and we get from the result of artificial intelligence. These things started from the year of 1950 with the help of Alan Turing, and if you go deeply you can go for the answer of machine learning and also deep learning. So one of the complicated part in the human body was human. So here we are going to replace with machines, where the computers are machine, where it can think, the machines can think almost like equal to the human with the help of technology called neural networks and so on, deep learning and so on. So upcoming session will see deeply. So remember, today the computers come under the category of technologies where it follow the technique of artificial intelligence. There are a lot of key factors behind this one. Let's see some here. Objective of course to learn about the some introduction and get the idea for the what is artificial intelligence and beginning of the AI, how AI lovely and good way introduced in the world, and also why AI is so important and what are the goals of artificial intelligence, and followed by what contributes to AI at last, subsets of artificial intelligence. So here introduction. So one of the booming technologies of computer science today is what? Artificial intelligence, which is ready to create a new revolution in the world by making intelligent machines. And also it is now all around the world today. Most of the countries come under the category of artificial intelligence only, follow the technique because of success is good. So most of the computers have worked well with the help of AI only, and others currently work with a variety of subfields like generative specific such as self-driving cars, playing chess, proving theorems, playing music, painting, and etc. And also it's one of the universal field of computer science which has a great scope in future. And also AI holds a tendency to cause a machine to work as a human. So as human work, similar to the computers can work like that with the help of artificial intelligence. That's why I compare with the human brain. Human brain made up of neurons, similar to we find the concept of where the scientists find out the research found out the neural networks, almost similar to brain of the human. Now beginning. So how after the Second World War, German like countries there. So to break the communication of German and to improve the other way of communications, some of the scientists and research persons start to use the willing to introduce the concept called AI, artificial intelligence. So in the year of 1950, a person called Alan Turing, one of the very famous scientists and the research person, start to propose a paper called the title is called the Turing test is used to determine whether or not the computer, that means what, just not told in the headline, computers or machine can think like intelligently like human or not. Is computer can think like a human or not? So after going for some certain stages only, we are getting the result. We start to get the result from the year of 2000 until now we are using. Day by day the usage of AI is growing very fast. Now the questions, what is artificial intelligence? There are a lot of differences there. I am highlighting one very easy one. If you go for B.Tech or some streams, it may be the engineering streams means third year or fourth year, or some other departments like electronics or electrical branches. What it is electric people also, or else nowadays the Indian government UGC NET also start to introduce the new concept where you want to go for particularly field in the computers, where they support to ask the question from these areas also. So you can say what is AI means, a machine with the ability to perform cognitive functions such as perceiving, learning, reasoning and solve problems are deemed to hold an artificial intelligence. or you can say very simple example. It's a branch of computer science by which we can create intelligent machines which can behave like a human, think like humans, and able to make decisions. And also it is accomplished by studying how human brain thinks, learns, decide, and how work while trying to solve a problem, and then using the outcomes of the study as a basis of developing intelligent software and systems. So in the practical real life, what happened? A human can think, and but he want to take rest, but computers no need of rest, anything, no need of food or anything. How human think like that? Let's say example. Today you can consider housekeeping agent like that. So a lead agent, what happen means they can do the sweeping the house or something. If you implement the AI, that is robotics means the robot can replace it. It also can do the work without tiredness. Now how many times you give, how many times you are expecting work and no need of give salary or anything. So completely replacing the human interface here, human, and one way kills the job of the people also. Yes. Why AI required today? In today world, why expecting and day by day developing, showing improvement in the AI, not only computer, not only the some particular industry, manufacturing industry, mobile industry, electronics, and so on. Because with the help of AI, you can create such software devices which can solve real world problems very easily and very accuracy, such as health issues, marketing, traffic issues, and etc. With help of AI, you can create your person virtual assistant such as Cortana, Google Assistant, and Sri, etc. And with the help of AI, you can build such robots which can work in an environment where survival of humans can be at a risk. And AI opens a path for other new technologies, new devices, and new opportunities. And today, with the help of AI, what can do Google Assistant? It's a very one of the wonderful app developed by many mobile companies, supported by AI technologies. There's a lot of languages in the world, more than 200, 400, whatever there. So if you have a Google Assistant, what happens in the real time life? You can just use a Google Assistant. You can give the query. If you give the query, what happens? Find a solution of which language you're giving, no problem. With the help of NLP, that is called natural language processing. With the help of NLP, it will convert to the machine language. At last, you will get the result. That also how many minutes will take? Not minutes. Today we have in the Google or somewhere, we have a lot of data, not only gigabytes, megabytes. We have terabytes of data. Even though terabytes data will be there, you will doing some query. Whatever the query you are doing, just few seconds or milliseconds, you will get the answer immediately. For example, type who is Prime Minister of India, like that, immediately you can get the one. And also you have voice record option also. If whatever language say, it will convert to there and find the answer for you. So like that, you can do lot of the robots will be there. And today the entire world lockdown due to because of COVID-19. So today a lot of the countries introduce medical robots to rescue in the battle against coronavirus. You all of you know, because you have to remember the real-time example. And today you can see this diagram. This is the medical doctor where try to give the where always give the treatment to corona patients. So one of the pandemic disease, and many of the countries start to use the robotics for deliver the food also who are corona or some what are the affected area, what are there. So plenty of ways this robotics are able to save the human today. So human today, there is no need of fire, there is no need of any affection for these robots. What are the work given you, it try to do as like human. And in the medical today, so many complicated operations there. If you want take decision making, how would you take decision making? A human have a sixth sense, can take or talk with experts and something. So when you go deeply artificial intelligence, you can go and you can go and study about the expert systems. So today most of the expert systems are done with created with the help of AI only. So when you have complicated situation or real time examples, real time complex problems, you can go for and believe the technology of AI and get the solutions. So corona disease today controlled, and many of the countries start to follow this medical doctor and various ways delivering the food and so on. Particular task, what are the tasks given, try to give it. There is no need of rest or anything. What are the command given, it try to work it out with success rate. Then what are the goals of AI? Here the main goals of AI is what? Replicate human intelligence and also solve knowledge intensive tasks, and also an intelligent connection of perception and action, and also building a machine which can perform tasks that requires human intelligence, such as proving a theorem, playing chess, plan some surgical operation, and so on. So replicate human intelligence was almost like, for example, you can say the driving car. Today in the US and many countries start to introduce a car where self-driving car, where can say automatic car for Tesla company. There's no need of driver or anything. You can just give the destination. If you just enter the data, what happen? You try to drive and observe. Perception means what? Observing. So a human can perceive anything, receive anything through the hearing, ears, and see through eyes, and percept, react based on the situation of the road or something. But when you go for traffic or anything, even this AI machines can replicate and try to respond. If red, for example, traffic signal is there, red come, what happen? It try to stop and control the accelerator and brake. If suddenly two vehicles come, it try to stop the vehicle, and whatever one remedy can do, like that. Almost today, research people are trying to prove the AI where the human having that's a knowledgeable presence of mind. What kind of situation, what kind of way you think, and how do you react? Any sudden things happen like that. So that answer only we are getting through the help of artificial intelligence here. Now, what contributes AI? If you want to learn AI, we need some support of not only computer science, we need support of a knowledge of mixing here. Knowledge is like area sociology, mathematics, philosophy, biology, neuron science, psychology, and so on. So we can say what contributes, what are the combinations of AI means computer science, sociology, psychology, neuron science, biology, physical, philosophy, mathematics, and artificial intelligence, and sociology, and so on. So here, what are the things we are going to cover in the upcoming topics? Means artificial intelligence means, if you want to understand artificial intelligence, we need to go for reasoning, logical thinking, and also what are we going to see mainly reasoning, logical thinking, and so on, and you have to think about the algorithms, how AI work. So just now I told you the example in the Google asked how do you work means, if you give a small query and within few seconds, milliseconds, you are getting answer. But as a computer engineers, you should know how backend, what kind of machine should work, even whether it's in the mobile or laptop or whatever, that small Apple or iPhones. You will get the answer immediately in the Google. With the help of Google, terabytes of data will be there, but which language I don't know. But what are the language I'm going to use? With the help of NLP, you will get the answer. So in the upcoming sessions, we see, we know today what is AI or something, the algorithms. If you go AI, how means the AI follows the algorithm, searching algorithms, sorting algorithms, and so on, real time, searching, unsearching, and so many algorithms begin the role of AI. If you understand these topics only, you can understand better way in future machine learning and deep learning concepts. Now next small thing is, what are subsets of AI? Because it is an umbrella term where there are two subsets of artificial intelligence is there. One is called machine learning and deep learning. What is machine learning? Today it's one of the hot and very important topic and familiar topic in the world, that is machine learning. Another one is deep learning, because if you know the machine learning language somewhat, you can develop the knowledge with the number one programming language Python and so on. And today many of the applications developed with the help of machine learning and Python only. So it's what is machine learning? It's a branch of AI in which a program or machine uses a set of algorithms to find patterns in the data sets. So real-time example where you can say, best example you can say Netflix and Flipkart, so many websites, social media and shopping websites start to use the machine learning algorithm that is called recommended. So when you go for almost you can say day-to-day life, the YouTube or somewhere you can go and search some video or some data or product something, it will say recommended. So how would recommended data come for you? For example, if you want to buy a car, similar to it come the other cars also. How means recommended products come means with the help of machine learning only. So remember, once you done instructions and do program means no need of again. Whenever you want, you can update easily. So machine learning definitely help to improve the business also, business intelligence. And if you study these subjects, you can go for a job of lot of jobs in AI technologies, okay, robotics engineer, and so on. You can go for business intelligence advisor and so on. And one more very important is deep learning. So further development of machine learning come to let's do the different subcategory called deep learning. So deep learning it makes use of AI, artificial neural networks that consist of layers of networks working on different parameters to give the desired output. So deep learning means how it comes because the help of artificial artificial neural networks. So machine learning, there are some types of the learning with unsupervised, supervised learning and so on. Upcoming sessions definitely I explain one by one and slowly I explain based on your support also. So deep learning is the one that also when you go for artificial neural networks, almost like human brain, we can understand better way what are the layers there, what way and which kind of industry is definitely useful and what kind of a real time life can use like that. So these are points here. Remember the what is artificial intelligence and how artificial intelligence mingle with the today real time life and how the AI developed with the help of other technologies like machine learning, deep learning and so on and Google now. And moreover, Tesla is one of the companies introduced human cars without human, so automation cars. So till US, if you go US countries like that, more than 50,000 cars introduced today. Even India like countries start to use the AI today to especially COVID-19. Lot of robots will help to rescue the patients as well as save the human like that. So upcoming sessions we go for the further topics like algorithm and so on. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and support for the channel and stay connected with the social media.